there'd be a boom, 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 you know. And then we heard a big crash. And it wasn't just a tree limb, it was like something threw something like a rock, because it went because that hill goes up to some gun. It's not real steep, but you know.
Yeah.
This thing just didn't fall down like a tree limb. It was like a rock, like it went. So anyway, Larry went. He had to turn around his vehicle. Everybody else left, and he realized before he turned around, he left his cell phone in underneath here on the table. So he went down, turned around, went and got his cell phone. He went down to that water, or no, he heard something and he shined down with his flashlight, and right below there, it drops off about 2 foot. He saw 2 blue eyes looking at him.
Oh man!
And he goes, "Oh shit! I'll just let old Blue Eyes have my phone. I'll come back for it tomorrow."
Yeah.
And then when he come back tomorrow, the grass down there was smashed down, but he really couldn't see any footprints. So he's dead now, my buddy Larry Smith. But he said, something was down there with blue eyes, because the eyes went like they tipped. Like he goes, "I'm getting the crap out of here." And he came back the next day with his 40 Smith & Wesson, looking around.
Wow.
And he just saw smashed down grass.
Yeah. Huh.
He's dead now, but he called him Old Blue Eyes.
Old Blue Eyes. That's cool.
So you got red eyes. Larry had a blue eyes.
Yeah.
And like Jimmy Hollaball, that's what he was doing. He parked his vehicle down there, and he's going to run his dogs on it. It's down by the gate. And he looked down here, and he saw something between the pavilion and the woods there. And he called me up and he goes, Marv, I saw the big guy down there today. And I said, screwing with him, I said, "What do you mean, Jim?" Bigfoot, I saw him down in your campground. This is like 4 or 5 years ago. And I said, "Is that before or after the 5 of Blatz?" He goes, "Go to hell, I wasn't drinking yet, you know." And he's a Butler cop. I don't think he's going to lie. He was all worked up too.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping Jimmy will come down. I left a message, you know, but
yeah,
he's looking for a woman now too, so he spends a lot of time in the bars looking for women. And he comes down here doing Bigfoot research with beer, so he gets them drunk, and I think he's doing more than Bigfoot research. Yeah, Jimmy said this thing, he was over there and he saw it kind of like before we had these big spools in there through the pavilion. I said, and he goes, whatever it was had to be walking upright, because if it was a bear, you know, there's couches in there and you wouldn't have saw it. And I said, well, Jim, this is all more weeds and stuff, because those trees weren't that big. I said, it would have made a smash down the weeds. Well, on up here we have a quad trail. And he goes, well, he went down the quad trail. I said, yeah, that's convenient for your story. Yeah. But it makes sense too. What?
What?
The toad.
Oh, that's a big ass frog. Wow.
Yeah, that's a toad.
It scared you.
It jumped out right in front of me as I was walking.
This time across the bridge, he saw that thing, you know.
Yeah.
And he thought it was a bear at first, you know, and it's dark, it's early morning, whatever time, and the lights hit that thing, and he goes, it pushed down with its arms and jumped off the bridge.
Wow.
And it happened so quick, he thought he was, maybe somebody was committing suicide or whatever, because there's no like small drop there, but it was big, black, and kind of like furry. But he said it pushed down with his arms. And he was a big non-believer. He'd be down here and he goes, you Bigfoot people, you're crazy. He goes, I believe in tree knocks, but I don't believe in Bigfoot. And like Darcy said today, well, what made the tree knocks?
Yeah.
Now how far he was out here, whatever it was, and it's like 43 foot to the water, and I don't know what time of year it was. It was warm summertime, probably 3 or 4 years ago, and you see the water is only like, I don't know, a couple foot deep, so if you or I jumped off it, we'd probably have broken legs, and we wouldn't be running up the creek.
No.
And
I guarantee you wouldn't be.
No.
You wouldn't be in good shape.
No. And like I said, it's desolate up there. I mean, there's, well, Snyder's own on this side, and they're big around this area. Snyder has gas wells, land, Allegheny Minerals, they limestone, you know, and they don't mind if you walk in and hunt and stuff like that, but they don't want people driving, and they find them messing people with quads. And the game commission was here too. We own across there, and they were getting around it, going down over the hill there. Yeah. And that dumb little run there's rough run, and then it goes on up. There's gas wells up there, and there's a place they call 40. Beautiful place on the creek, nice and deep. It's not 40 foot, but it's deep.
Yeah.
Deep hole. But this is like, I measured like 43 foot to the
Wow.
water level.
Hmm.
A person would survive, and I don't even know if a bear would survive it, but
A bear
it
would've
pushed
jumped
down
down.
with its arms.
Yeah.
A bear would have kept going.
Yeah, a bear I don't think would have jumped off the bridge.
No. So, yeah, I hope Dean comes down. At least somebody he can tell a story, because he was a big non-believer, and now he goes, I don't know what I saw.
Yeah.
It jumped off the bridge, and I heard it running in the water, and he goes, I could just see it up there, and then I think it took off up there. And like I said, it's desolate. There's 3 hours of kayaking that there's no houses or nothing up there.
Yeah.
And up over here, like I said, there's a rock quarry, and there's a lot of nothing up there too.
Yeah.
And get with Norm, person would not live through that.
You might live, but you wouldn't be walking away.
Oh, you wouldn't be running up the creek, yeah.
No, not at all.
And I love it when a non-believer has an encounter and then
Yeah.
I don't know what I saw, you know.
Yeah.
It's not any more of that. That's crap. I don't believe that. You guys are crazy, you know.
Right.
You don't say that anymore.
Yep.
And I've heard knocks and whoops down here, but I've never seen anything.
Yeah.
Now I called my friend Kenny too, but I didn't get a hold of him. He swears he saw him down here too.
Hmm.
Kenny Mangini from it's a little town by Ford City, below Gittanning, Manorville.
Right.
Where
I
did
call him Bigfoot Kenny, you know.
Bigfoot Kenny.
where did
I
you
like
see him here at?
Up in one of his tree stands, I think. Yeah, because he works out of Deer Stand 4 that overlooks an open field. But he saw this in the woods. He saw like a black thing, like a stump, and he turned around and then he looked back and it wasn't there. He thinks it was like one of them. They say they'll crouch down and mimic a stump. I don't know. And he saw him over at Gittanning too. He used to work as a custodian in the Riverhawks High School. And there's a place, there's a right-of-way that goes across. It's called the Indiana Pike, just out of Gittanning. It's old 422 out of Gittanning. And Kenny just looked over and he said, there he was. And quite a ways away, but it was either a guy in a ghillie suit or the real thing walked across right-of-way. But he's looking probably 200-300 yards, but